What the hell? what's happening here that's not happening anyplace else?
I mean, the competitive level starts at 4 years old.
Classic rivalry.
Hall of Fame type coaches, great personalities.
All three schools, though, they changed the game of college football.
Florida State Seminole, Miami Hurricanes,
Florida Gators.
You want to dominate your opponents and you want to get stoned, make sure that you roll up.
It's the roll up, it's the vibes. Another beautiful day in the Sunshine State, and I'm kicking it with the illest. Larry on CJ, what it do?
Man, everything Irie, man. Kicking it fresh off a bunch of fire alarms. Knocks at the door. Man, I was so tired when they knocked at the door, bro. I answered the door in boxer briefs, bro. I did not give a damn. I was like, man, just come in and do what you gotta do, man. I'm so pissed off right now. Like, your alarms were going off for all morning, man. They doing the smoke detector test and stuff. But so yeah, half awake, half sleep. But I'm on some coffee, so ready to do this damn thing. How you feeling, C?
Man, feeling pretty good, man. It's been a wet day in Tallahassee. Been raining
nice.
All morning. Wet day, huh? Pretty nice.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, it's been raining all day. Luckily, internet has went out and stuff like that, like severe thunderstorm and things of that nature. Got to bring the word back, y'all boys. Been slipping on it. I heard y'all using a while, man. But,
damn it.
But no, yeah, seriously though, man, it's been a wet day, cloudy day, but it's all good though. I know my grass being needed though, so I'm back on that type of vibe.
Make sure that grass thriving, dog. The weather beautiful down here. I wouldn't mind some rain. I'd be looking forward to some rain. But it's been like a good 68, 70, dog. Just vibing around there. The weather machine, man, really in his bag in South Florida, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He playing games in Central Florida, bro.
I say that's how it usually is in South Florida.
Man, he playing games, bro. I walked into work yesterday, needed a jacket, went outside to grab some lunch. It was hot. Came back later on. 2 hours later, it was cold again. I walked outside, I said, the weather machine, man, is really on some tomfoolery, bro.
Yeah, so how you like it over there,
go crazy. I hear it's nice, man. I'm like I said, I'm in the Melbourne area, so pretty close to all the beaches. Quick, fast shots to all the beaches and whatnot. So it's cool. No, I'm not a big sun guy, man.
No, you gotta get that vitamin D, bro.
Pause.
That's how we charge up. No, that's
I know.
Pause on that. But,
I know, and you're absolutely right. And I it's funny because you say I lead the league in exhaustion, and I say, you know what? I don't get enough sun. I just be like, bro, don't beam on me, man. But you're right. It is good to get out there and catch those rays. So I do try to make a conscious effort to at least go outside during breaks at work and all before it get dark and try to soak in a few rays out there, man. That is actually vital, man. Something I need to indulge in a little more. We'll call it soaking up rays.
Y'all participate in y'all go to state fairs? State fairs here right now in West Palm. I was just coming home from the taking my son to track yesterday. I drove by and there was a crazy line. I was like, man, I forgot the fair here. I ain't been in a good decade myself. Kids be going, they do their things with the grandparents, they get that shit off, but I haven't been in about a decade.
So you lucky, man. I'm not that lucky. My mom ain't going for that shit. That's all on me, man. I take them. So yeah, I'm definitely in tune with the fairs, bro, every year.
You riding rides?
For the most part, though, hell no, I'm done. I want the food. That's all, bro. I want the food.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm done with rides, man.
Got to give me a turkey leg every time.
Turkey leg is where it's at for sure. I'm done with rides.
That's
man.
why I definitely don't go now because the food don't even hit right for me, bro. I eat
yeah. You ain't messing with the bird.
Yeah, I eat like I'm in a gentrified neighborhood, man.
I used to get on the rides like ignorantly going, man, well, if it was dangerous, they wouldn't let us get on them. And I never feared
dangerous sometimes.
And now, like with social media, seeing more people get slung out of shot, I'm like, nah, never mind, bro. I'm never getting on rides again. Like, no, especially not no fair. I might do like Six Flags and stuff again, but fairs.
And some of like the fairs up here, like we got it's called the North Florida Fair. Like it be them raggedy ass rides. Like, yeah, for real, South Florida Fair shit.
Same crew. Around.
Yeah, same
same crackheads, man.
Yeah, exactly. I used to hop on shit so ignorantly, like, oh man, everything's gonna be fine. You could die.
The crackheads on tour, man.
Hey, so the funniest one be when I was coming up. The funniest one was the whoever the motherfucker in the what's the damn, what's the name of that?
Dunk tank?
The dunk tank. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, them be the grumpiest most.
You'll be grumpy too. Somebody dunk you would take a water in November.
They be like failed comedians and shit. They be hilarious, man. Let me tell you who I hated. I hated the guy with the small rim at the basketball joint, man. I hated
taking money all the time.
Yeah, man. When I became an adult and I seen how the rim was bent, I was like, man, you guys are real slick.
So I got a crazy story. You know, usually the goldfish usually die like a day after if you win a goldfish at the damn fair. Yeah, so I was in Jackson's past weekend at a cousin retreat, and little cousin caught a goldfish. Man, that bitch. Excuse me, that shit. Like it's the tank is probably about big.
That bitch shit.
Right. Then that's excuse me. Yeah, pardon me.
Let me clean that up.
Hey, so they had a nice sized fish tank, man, but it was only one fish in there, and the fish probably about this big, a goldfish that he got from the fair, man. Been living for about 2 years. I never seen him survive more than a week.
Every once in a while, I have seen that happen.
Might be a record, bro.
Yeah, 2-year-old goldfish.
Yeah, they'll just keep growing. That's why, like, that's one of them things, man. People be letting them out in the water and stuff, and they're invasive, kind of like the anacondas is. People will put them out there, man. You go out in some of these parts of Florida and see a goldfish damn near 7-8 inches long, bro.
Get the hell out of here.
Boston,
they eat everything up because they kind of grow to their environment. So, yeah, if you
I've never seen a big ass goldfish, man, just floating around the Florida Canal. Yeah,
Google it. You'll see it, man. You'll find a big ass goldfish, and they be eating everything up.
I am gonna Google it, but I do
back in our nature bag.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that recently. I said, man, we ain't got in our nature bag recently.
But see, I've done that before though. I've actually let a goldfish out in the wild before, and
you did that shit.
I did.
You seen him again? You ran it back into the same goldfish?
Motherfucker say, yeah, well, I remember you. It's the rematch. But no, I seen another one. Just seen the goldfish in general. Like they really do get big. Like I thought it was going to easily just get picked off and they the bullies.
So survivors,
I had no idea, man.
They're like, that's why I cried, baby. I'm glad you put me out here. Yeah, you thought I wasn't shit in that fishbowl. Now I'm in the wild.
Watch me flourish.
That's what's up.
Larry Young, where you at with it, man? I know you was pretty much the Carmani McLean of HBCU, man.
You already know what it is, man. For the next football season, I'll be taking my talents to FAMU, man. Go Big Rattlers. We up out of here. Man. Hey, man, roll in, man. Roll in, man. Actually,
welcome back, man.
Let me, man, back in the fold, man. Welcome to Glad to be home. I got to buy the new clothes.
Hey, Taylor, can you put this
jerseys and stuff, man?
Taylor, can you put this on the screen?
I was ready to go get me some. What y'all call those colors? See?
Nah, because
those burgundy and I don't know, like a burnt yellow, whatever that is.
A moldy yellow.
Yeah, I was ready to get into it.
Hey, Taylor had just text us a picture of a 67-pound goldfish corner while he's trying to put on the screen.
What? A 67-pound goldfish?
Yeah, he just texted us a picture.
Balls, man. Once he get out there,
yeah,
he eating everything. But,
saute his big ass up.
It probably tastes terrible, but I tried.
Yeah.
Why would a goldfish taste terrible? Like, give me your explanation behind that. It probably does, but I never seen that public.
Wasn't that big? Because like I know certain fish and stuff like they say once they reach a certain size, like they don't taste the same. I don't know, but I tried. Plus, I think goldfish eat anything, so that might be that garbage in, garbage out.
Like catfish, right?
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Catfish pretty good though.
Yeah. most things that eat junk taste good, man. Like pigs and catfish.
Fair deal. You know what, man?
Touche.
Put some garlic butter and some lemon on that bitch, man. Let's go.
It might be all right.
My bad. I done kind of off track.
No, it's good.
Go ahead.
Let me do. We'll do 2-1. Kamani picked Colorado. Ask his mama about anything you want to know, and I'm back to FAMU. So that's 2-1. CJ, what you want to say, man, about Ed and his I don't want to call them shenanigans or antics.
It's
Let's call it his passionate outburst.
Just emotionally, just immature emotionally. That's it.
Real quick, lay it out how it all played out though a little bit.
So if you go back to the last show, Michael, go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, you good, man. I just want you to lead the way because you alum there, and you've been paying a close attention to this from go, and had a head start on he was going to be the head coach. So play it out how and get to where we are right now. You know what I'm saying? That way, like the average person who's listening is probably have no idea what happened with Ed Reed.
Yeah. So Ed Reed was announced. It was announced by Bethune-Cookman that Ed Reed and Bethune-Cookman came into an agreement for him to be the next head coach and principal. Nothing was officially signed at that point in time. Ed did go ahead and get a head start and start doing things in Daytona. And I'm not gonna lie, he was active in the community. Everything like you see as far as what he was doing, he's definitely leading the forefront of being active in the community, building relationships, holding the players accountable in certain situations, and picking up trash, so to speak. And that's when it's like coach turn talk. So a lot of coaches have different phrases and stuff like that. And you go back to Ed Reed when he played for the Baltimore Ravens, he always talked about picking up trash and doing stuff like that. So that's when people hear him talk about pick up trash, he's talking about cleaning up, but it's talking about other things in general in regards to this.
The fine details that
correct
that add up to the big picture.
Right. So long story short, he isn't happy with the situation in regards to how the campus look, things like that, junk in certain areas per what he's saying. So he goes viral, does a live video on Instagram, goes viral in regards to his showing a lot of things, showing his displeasure for a lot of things, cursing on the live, cursing out superiors, saying that he don't even know why he here, he shouldn't be at this, shit like that or whatever, just going off. So all
right, pause right there. What you thinking right there as a Bethune alum, right? You seeing him go around the place you practice at, the facilities, and how he's talking. You see it viral, everybody's opinions. What's your thoughts when you get wind of it?
So yeah, we had these bad conversations, man. It pissed me off, like especially the way it was presented. You feel me? Now he's right. He was right about a lot of the stuff. A lot of the stuff needs to be done, but just the scope of it, how can I put this? A lot of misinterpretations happen because of that. A lot of people assume stuff that wasn't the case, like the building he's talking about where he said they're hoarding trash in that building. They weren't necessarily hoarding trash in that building. The trash, the furniture that's in that building, it was placed there during both hurricanes actually. But that building has been vacated for 10 years, over 10 years. How do I know that? Because I was one of the last classes with football teams to use that building. That was our old coach's office and meeting rooms. That's what we met at for 3 of my years at Bethune-Cookman. My senior year, we got the new facility that Ed and them are currently at now. It was brand new, standalone facility, new coach's office, things like that. So that's how I know that everyone there was vacated. So for him to say they're just holding trash and the building wasn't being used in the first place. They just recently put stuff in there due to the hurricane. But again, though, I understand the message. The message could have been done a lot differently, man. If you're a leader of men, it's different ways to go about it. Look at Eddie George at Tennessee State. He does a good job in how he articulates things as needed and how he goes about leading men. We're talking about leading men, right? You just got to have an emotional temperament to be a head coach. Now, and I said on the last podcast, I do believe that all this shit is new to Ed, right? All this shit is brand new to Ed. Like, this is new territory. He hasn't done this before. He'll be learning on the job. It's learning process for him. A lot of stuff that he would have to do in regards to a lot of teaching and coaching from superiors. So I felt like they shouldn't have let him go, so to speak. But I do understand why they let him go. But yeah, it's just a negative output.
Why do you think they let him go? Why do you think they let him go?
Emotional outburst, just how he painted the university, talking shit about the superior. So just how can I paint this?
It's hard to keep your job when you talk shit about your boss.
Listen, man,
that's no matter what.
Here's my thing, bro. I don't know why. Like that's why I didn't agree with Deion's whole thing with the way he cut my guy.
Talking about
Mark Pope. Yeah, the way he released Mark Pope, I didn't agree with everything. Ain't content. You know, like why? Like Ed could have did all of that. Why are you videoing it? You know, and putting it out as like content, bro? Like it's cultures and things. Like nobody's saying that Bethune don't need to clean their shit up. It's just the approach to it should have been a little bit more safer. He should have got in there.
Approach. How Deion approached that situation in Jackson State, he wasn't demeaning anybody. He was encouraging. You know, it's a way to do that shit. Like I say, if you a leader of men, especially, I don't know, bro. Like you were just saying, it's just a way to do shit. Yeah. You can have the right message and have and be completely wrong with your approach. And he was completely wrong with his approach.
I'll tell you, for me personally, it evoked, and me and Silk, we know because from doing Cup, this is always a hot button topic for us. This was Kanye for me. It's a lot of passion. I don't disagree. Like when I listen to Ye, there's a lot of stuff I agree with. It's just a lot of times I think within the passion and having such a personal ties to wanting to see better and do better, you may not organize it in the best way before you make your outburst. So it's not necessarily the message, it's just in the way it is being delivered. And like you're talking about him putting it out for content, I don't know if he knows that that's what he's doing per se, as much as he may be thinking he's just shining a light on the evil.
Yeah. I think
you know what I mean? Like or quote unquote evil. I don't want to call it evil, but the injustices or shortcomings.
Then that's like that.
Man, call himself Judas, bro. What the fuck, man?
Bro, it's that lack of wherewithal. Like you're a leader of men. Like it's one thing for like Kanye to get off his takes and his wild antics. He lives more like a lone wolf type of guy. He gets off his wild shit. But when you're the leader of young men, you gotta have the wherewithal to read rooms and to know how to move. And I just thought like it's a lot to be desired from an emotional standpoint. His outburst, he was yelling out more jobs. I don't know how much.
Yeah, like he kept saying the Roland Martin interview that he had. It's like he was just the spokesperson, whoever that was, his homie, like he couldn't even get whatever he was saying.
Somebody said he had a temperament translator.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And you know what's funny? Just like Kanye, I couldn't watch no more Ed Reed. Like I was like, Ed, calm down. Gather yourself, brother.
Wildin', man.
Yeah,
gather yourself. And then, you know what I mean? That is the same. It's kind of like what's that thing called? Secondhand embarrassment. I ate the same thing. I have that same feeling. I've always had a problem with that. Like when I watch American Idol and these people really think they can sing, I get secondhand embarrassment. Like, bro, please stop singing. You're really embarrassing yourself. So that's how I kind of felt about it. I don't necessarily disagree, like I said, with a lot was being said. But y'all are right. If you want to be a coach, you have to show composure in these situations, and you have to just map out how to do it. It's not. It's a way to get there, but you never going.
You gotta have tact. You gotta have tact.
I would have.
Whenever you're trying to make change, in anything, you gotta have a strategy. You can't come in all wild west and just saying and doing things. You gotta have some type of tact. Especially like you going into a situation where you're seeing the disorganization, you're seeing the corruption or whatever you're calling it. Like you got to be a little bit more strategic than just going there. I'm gonna throw a grenade and blow everything up.
You got to remember
and you haven't even signed anything yet. You not really got your feet sinking into anything. Like you obviously
they
you cause
pull the
more harm
plug easily because they ain't nothing is tied.
You're not committed to anything.
Right.
You done brought your dogs through, y'all flicking it up. You know,
right? Big edge in the cafeteria, vibing up, boy.
Vibing, man.
Right. Big double burger. But no, also
I turned down Jackson State for this.
Yeah, that was cap like a motherfucker, man. Like, come on, bro. But I did hear that Grambling job. It wasn't this year, but prior to when they went and got Hugh, it may have been a little smoke to that,
a little more steam to that.
Yeah, but in this time, it kind of segued into Bethune-Cookman itself in general. Like, it was wrong, but y'all motherfuckers is wrong too, man. And is and still is wrong. Like the board of trustees, the president of the board of trustees, I think you got to go. The president of the school, you got to go. Until we get rid of those two people, we not gonna have any change to the university. It's a disservice to where this shit is embarrassing. Like when I was in school, we fucking had MEAC championships. The track team was fucking MEAC championships all over. MEAC championships all over. But these motherfuckers, they practicing on grass pretty much. They're running on grass in running shoes. That little 100-yard strip he pointed out, that shit got added like towards the end of my tenure at Cookman. So we got these athletes who, and granted, we as the people who played there and went there were like, okay, we did this shit with less, like, but we shouldn't have to though.
Right.
It's a point where you got to grow.
You're correct. Right. Like when you have we bringing in all this money, we was winning MEAC championships after MEAC championships. We were whooping ass when I was there, and like way after, like they took that shit to big hikes. What do we have to show for it? We got jerseys, we got helmets. That's it. Motherfucker, our locker room is terrible. They use prior to the hurricane messed it up, they used the same locker room that I was fucking using 10 years ago. And that locker room I was using 10 years ago should have been outdated 10 years prior to that.
Right.
So I say all that to say this, like, yeah, we like, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta tighten up. The money should be coming in. We got some deficiencies in a lot of areas, and we got a lot of shit, that's not really on us, but there's a lot of shit that is on us too. That needs to change. 100%. That's why these kids are protesting. They're not in the wrong for it. They're 100% in the right for it. Again, those certain shit need to change, man. Ed Reed was wrong in his delivery, but he was right in calling out a lot of the stuff. Now, had I wish he went to the people first and talked to the right people and got, in tune with the city, the program, and knew what the fuck he was getting into before he, started talking. Like, that's one thing Nick Saban said too. You go back to a Nick Saban interview. I'm kind of losing my damn voice, excuse me, but you go back to a Nick Saban interview. He said when he first got to Bama,
take your time, brother.
Yeah, take your time, bro. I'm preaching, right? When he first got to Bama, before he made any suggestion, we'll be here all day, Pastor.
Yeah. Game come on.
Well, y'all give me flashback, man. Go on with that shit. Go on with that shit. I'll be looking like, hey, man, kick off.
Right, for real. But no, going back to what the fuck was I saying? Saban, right? When he said before he made any suggestion that Alabama said they need this and need that, he figured out who ran shit, he figured out the lay of the land before he made any suggestions in regards to the lay of the land, excuse me. So that's something that Ed should have done beforehand before he made any suggestions, or just not necessarily making any suggestions, just going on a rant live and making it viral for the whole world to see. But yeah, definitely the board of trustees, the president of the board of trustees specifically, and the university president, man, I feel like they gotta go, man. There gotta be some change. If you don't, and that's a lot of the root within these HBCUs. People think it's the athletic director, school president. Nah, the people the board. That's where the real shit goes down. And those people, correct. And those people never move. They're there for 40 years. They never move. They die out basically, unless you got people that want change and push the issue. And that's something that Bethune-Cookman should do.
Yeah, big money can move around. That happens.
Ed didn't even come in and try to lie nothing, bro.
No, man. Ed got on his golf cart, hit his iPhone 14. Turn that son bitch on himself and start cussing.
Like, most coaches come in and get their shit off. They lie a little bit about the facilities. They try to get that first class, and Ed got straight to man. Hell no, man. What you got going on?
Ed sound like hell no, ain't I?
Right. I'm fucking hurt though. Like
I get hurt.
Don't ask me if I'm all right.
Right.
Oh man. Hey, Lord Ed, I understand you, brother. I understand passion.
I think you get another shot. What's up?
No time soon. No, sir. No. Unfortunately, and I think that may be a good thing for him. Take a step back. I think
that's what these people got to realize too, man. And my bad for the
I know I do
that shit all the time. Zach, I know I do that shit all the time.
Get your shit off.
But fucking opportunity, bro. And that goes back to an interview that DeAndre Sanders or whatever her name is having, basically lying on JSU fans, shooting every couple of months because they had one shooting during that time. Every couple of months, motherfucker. If that's the case, it'd be national news. But Jackson State was the only motherfucker that would take a chance on Deion Sanders. Bethune-Cookman was the only school that would take a chance on Ed Reed.
Right.
Tennessee State is the only school that would take a chance on Eddie George. Like, come on, bro. Let's keep it G.
Hey, man,
they helping. They're helping university, but the university is helping them also, man.
Because he got to skip some steps. I mean, Ed really only coached as I think safeties
or some shit
coach, something, for the Bills, right? So he doesn't really have the coaching pedigree. And one thing people do have to understand. I've been saying it with Deion, but Deion did coach high school. Every great player isn't necessarily a great coach. Most of the great coaches out there weren't great players. So Ed was able to skip some steps as well by going to Bethune, and he could have been on the same trajectory as a Deion, where he may have done some great things in that school in 2 to 3 years, and maybe be looking for the next gig. So that was right. He was given an opportunity that he kind of. I think now he's going to have to he's going to have to start going back and doing those steps again if he wants to truly coach.
Man, he just I don't know, bro. Like. I think he's gonna get another opportunity because he's Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? I think he could be. He got the potential to be a great coach, man. Especially with recruiting with that type of passion and who he is, man. But I thought Plies got off some good heat. Plies be plugged into all this shit, but Plies said HBCUs are allowing you their platform to audition for the same bougie institutions who deem you as unqualified. It ain't HBCUs you should be calling out. It's the ones who making you prove you know how to pick cotton before you can come inside the house. That's who you should be shaming.
Hey, man, we gotta get Plies on, man. That's real, though.
Hey, we gotta get Plies on the show. Y'all make sure y'all tag Plies and all that type of stuff. We gotta get Plies on the show. But Plies got off some heat.
Boy said pick cotton. That's some rough stuff, man. Hey. But then that's kind of, I see what he's saying, but then that's damn near.
But show me.
You ain't no lie. He ain't lying. He called it plain.
It depends on how you see it, though.
Yeah. I ain't
from their point of view, that's exactly what it is.
How they view it, yeah. Go show yourself at a HBCU, which is Deion did. He had to show himself. Nobody else was gonna give him a head coaching job. They just gonna tell him to go learn like everybody else did. Go up the ranks as a position coach and then become a head coach. The only way you're gonna get a shot to become a head coach without no real, going through the system like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way you do that is at HBCU for a brother right now. You know, and you need some type of platform, some clout, some way to elevate that program. And you guys work together with trying to, help HBCUs, the platform, and elevate it. But I think you need to exit in the most graceful way possible. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an opportunity nobody else giving it to you. Even if you disagree, it's just a way to leave. You feel me?
And this was another Plies tweet too, man, which pretty much sums up everything we say in regards to it. I don't know no job in America you can go and publicly cuss everybody out and think you're still supposed to stay there. If you don't think you could talk to the white folks like that, you shouldn't think you could talk to the black folks like that.
Saying, what other job? Like what? No, I've never seen anything like this in like coaching. Like people get there and lie about things. You got there and pretty much start embarrassing a lot of people, even if it was truth, bro. Like it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like all truth ain't right too. You feel me? Because he was honest with what he was probably saying, but that don't make it right.
Well, brother Ed going now, man.
Yes,
Big rattling energy. Man.
Back.
Man, I'm good. I ain't got to buy no more sneakers, nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I'll buy get them I can get them LeBron rattler joints now.
Man, this motherfucker here, man.
Hey, man, you know what it was. You knew what it was when I came in this joint.
Hey, I knew what it was when the deal was signed, huh?
And what cake's been baked. And the paperwork wasn't signed. Oh, we out of here. I done put all my little burgundy and burnt yellow bag.
Oh, man.
Save a few dollars, man. Thank God, man. I'm broke right now. I ain't got time for that.
I'm too far. We too far into the intro without an ad read, man. One time for the great folks at TakeItVayCay.com. Be sure to use coupon code ROLLUP for 15% off of vapes, which come in the flavors of Blue Dream, Cherry Pie, Bubblegum OG, Shroud Nana. And they also have gummies in the flavors of watermelon, blue raspberry, kiwi, pomegranate. All those have like natural, everything's naturally grown, safe, enjoyable, healthy experience. So it comes in different milligrams as well, different levels. They have a beginner level, intermediate, and then a pro level, so a little bit of something for everybody. And if you're into you're interested but can't take into any THC because you got to pass drug test, they have a sleepy gummy, which is called Unwind Sleepy. It has CBD, CBN, melatonin, lemon balm, ashwagandha, all natural vitamins and botanicals. Take a vacay, relax your mind, use coupon code ROLLUP for 15% off. Kush is big. Edibles beating my ass right now. It's 15. I gotta switch the graphic.
Oh, okay. Another 5% for y'all.
Already.
Take VayCay.
Take it VayCay. Got some more products on the way. Some sea moss and some other things. Should be hitting the streets.
Sea moss. The wonder moss.
Shout out to the Wonder Moss. We got a big show today. Earl Everette, former national champion and linebacker at the University of Florida, got an iconic, probably the most iconic tackle picture in Florida history, man. He ran it off with the helmet off, tackling Troy Smith. He's going to be kicking it with us today. And we'll get into some Big Three talk. Real quick, fellas. Wanted to ask you guys, Saban OC, offensive coordinator. Some people think Dan Mullen. What y'all think?
I think that'd be if he do go to right, that'd be a good ass hire, I believe. That'd be a really good hire. We know what Dan can do, scheming up plays and just things like that, getting the best out of a quarterback. If he's locked in, and shit, he don't really have to recruit. I mean, that's gonna be. We got other motherfuckers on the trail who will compensate for that, and it's Bama itself. So yeah, that'd be dope. One thing you have to do is draw fucking plays and coach them best athletes that the country got to offer.
Yeah, if I'm Dan, I sign up immediately. Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me.
I ain't got to interview nothing. I ain't got to. What?
Ain't no interview.
Right. Interview. I don't know, man. If I'm Nick Saban, I call Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson from
he was at Florida too, right?
He was at Florida. That's who.
Then he go to the Eagles.
That's the guy, bro. That's the Kyle Pitts season. Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts. That's who. When he left that next year, we was toast. But I think, and as you can see now, he's shining in the NFL and getting a lot of offensive coordinator talk in the NFL. If I'm Nick Saban, I probably call him.
See if you want to come on back.
Yeah, why not?
OC
at Bama is that's an audition for a head coaching job when you a coordinator at the University of Alabama.
Bad look at all. He went to the Eagles originally, right? Is he still with them?
Yeah, I think he's still with the Eagles, right?
Still with the Eagles.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that's a good look too. So now after this week, he might want to go ahead and do that before they play the 49ers. Because his resume may take a blemish this week.
That's what's about to happen.
Oh man, we finna really. And no, listen, I'm proud of Jalen. I'm proud of everything he done. Great season, son. You proved to be an MVP.
I don't know, bro. But that defense is so fucking tough, man. That
but
defense
you won't find out. I know you don't know. But y'all finna find out. Yeah, we finna beat them boys and much power, much praise to Jalen. MVP season, deserves it. But you gotta go home now, brother. But Brian Johnson is a good name. That's a good name to consider. I would probably, if you gave me those two choices, I'm be honest with you, I'd worry about Dan being just a little burnt. I don't know how much he really just wanted to be involved anymore. Maybe he just want to be rich somewhere a little bit. He do the TV, but that's still not the same kind of grind nowhere near. Yeah, you only do that like Jimmy Johnson is saying, like he really literally flies in the night before, does the show, and then flies back home to Miami. So, or wherever you live in South Florida. But yeah,
you already know the type of hours that college coaches got to put in.
Right. Even if you the OC, is still going to be a grind again. So I kind of like that idea to go with maybe a younger, fresher guy, who may be he's still on that upward trajectory.
Yeah,
we'll see. Nick ain't gonna make the wrong hire. That's the one thing we know. It's hard to make the wrong hire when you got the talent, man.
Not after Bill O'Brien. He definitely go try to, Nick pissed off, man. He wants some get back.
Man, I don't know, man. You think Nick could call Gaddis back?
Call Enos, Gaddis, anybody out there that came to us.
Gaddis can't even get a Nick assistant right now, bro. That's why I call Nick back. He can't even get to that man assistant right now.
Hey, everybody that we get from the Bama tree, that is.
That bitch can't even get through the Bama facility right now, bro.
They are no longer welcome around that program. How dare you besmirch our name? Went to Miami and look like shit.
Get him out of here, man.
Now you want to come back home? Nah.
Let's talk about the Gaddis situation. We're gonna get into all our individual recruiting, transfer portal movement, and whatever we got going. But there's been some reports about your man Gaddis. And what's up?
Oh no, I was gonna say, is our guest in the chamber yet? I just didn't want him holding it.
No. Yeah, let me know. Let us know,
Real
Taylor.
quick, yeah, Taylor. Real quick,
Not yet. Not yet.
further. Okay, cool.
No,
Okay, Gaddis situation. I can't remember if I spoke on it last week or not, but it's pretty much he's not around campus. We just had it's not our actual official junior day. I believe is March 3rd or 4th. It basically beginning of March. So this isn't a junior day deal exactly. This is the tournament. So you have a lot of bodies around the campus. A lot of people will be visiting. So obviously Miami's going to take advantage of that opportunity. And they, I think they said 12 out of our 25 signees was, part of this event last year. Gaddis isn't around. He has not been around, I think, for the last week. And this is one of them things where, Mario tries to follow a lot of the Saban blueprint, which you can't necessarily knock, right? But sometimes I think you get a little bit ahead of yourself a little bit. But to my understanding, he kind of tries to do the same thing that Saban does and not fire, quote unquote, a person. Let you basically transition into another program. Because I know some of y'all think it's about the money. I'm not saying money has zero bearing on it, but everybody that signed with us only had a 2-year deal. In Miami's private, so we don't know the exact numbers, but I can't imagine he's getting much north of 1.5.
The Bros winner? No.
Yeah, 1.5 would be generous. So I don't think it's necessarily the buyout thing. But writing's been on the wall for a little bit. He ain't there. He has. We actually had a couple of wide receiver recruits saying, he's lost touch with them. So we got to pick that. Pick that communication back up. So yeah, it's done. Gaddis is done. Who's next? That's all speculative right now. My board. Board, man. I mentioned last week.
What names you hearing, dog? I'm not gonna hold you.
I've heard it.
So give me the names.
Well, I'm about to say the last name I heard.
The names really go fuck with Mario. So let's do that.
Yeah.
Browse was one name, but Browse already took. Browse already moved. Yeah, so Browse already gone. Obviously, I think I brought up last week as well. Damn, my man at A&M right now. He was with us before.
I forget his
drawing a blank right now. Coley.
James Coley.
Yeah, Coley. I don't think we're gonna know again. I think, because of how Mario moved, just like he moved last time. And it's so funny because you heard Canes fans complaining, right? Like he brought up Clint Hurt, as a possible addition to our staff. Man, Clint Hurt ends up being the DC for Seattle. Oh, now it's cool, right?
Right.
Same thing when we brought up Ken Dorsey. Now Ken Dorsey is looking at bigger and better jobs. So I think sometimes as fans, we get ahead of ourselves and think we know a little bit more than we do. Cause I don't want no Ken Dorsey. Man, Ken Dorsey cooking.
When people think it's the old Miami, bro, they think y'all still Miami, dog.
Well, I think some of it is just like you do have to look at trying to trust the process. Mario gonna take his time.
And that what Manny said, the new Miami?
Something like that. Manny said a lot of stuff, man. We try to forget that.
He definitely said a lot of stuff.
Our coach got a lot of quotables, man. I got coaches with pillars, processes to be trusted, brick by brick. I don't want no. Do Mario
I heard
got
brick
one?
by brick though. I'd have heard that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people have trust to climb.
Trust to climb.
Yeah, all that old shit.
War
I don't want no sayings.
War Daddy was nuts.
Oh shit.
War Daddies.
Yeah,
and do something. Do something is legendary.
Yeah,
I love do something because do something really says nothing.
But it says a lot though.
It says a lot. So I just like everything you're gonna hear. I think it's gonna be totally
do something with it.
Yeah, you do something.
Anything whatsoever.
Do something to me in my mind always plays out as panic. Like we're drowning. Do something.
Do something to me is like, I'm fucking up. Do something about it.
Do something. Right. Just standing there looking. Like
when
Day was
with the water. When he showed up with the water at the president, he was like, do something.
Like when Day was saying, man, why y'all sitting there just watching them, man? It's hugged up and shit. Do something about the shit.
Right.
That's what that makes me think of every time. But I don't even think about Gaddis hire. It wasn't really out there until the last minute. So I think you're going to hear, you may hear some NFL names get circulated around again, because it's really just this week really being Cat let out the bag per se that he is pretty much a done deal. The names haven't really started floating around quite yet, and everything I think at this point is 100% fan speculation.
Don't rush your Canes fans, man. I remember when we was going through the DB coaching search, fans like, man, might should have announced yesterday. Like, bro, it's been 48 hours. Like,
right.
Relax.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes
you got to realize it's out of your control. So
yeah, let that stuff play out a little bit. But I do know another head coach that fired his offensive coordinator after 1 year. I do know. Well, not necessarily fired. He transitioned him to a new job too.
Yeah, that's the vibe, transitioning.
Yeah, transition, brother.
I know another head coach that did exactly that.
Yeah, couple of them. Manny did that. Willie had to get rid of somebody.
Kevin Steele was
Sign.
Yeah, is Kevin Steele next? That's what
Kevin, I ain't really been hearing no more smoke about. Okay. Again, there's a lot of speculation that he may remain on and move to like an advisory role, kind of like what Coach Stroud did with us. Because Kevin's older too. He was an analyst, I think, the year before.
Bro, he was
very
old. He was part of the Boughton, and he was coaching linebackers for Bobby Bowden, bro. He's very old.
He ain't old as he looked, though. That's the thing. I thought that Joker was like 88.
Crazy.
He's old, but not as quite as old as you may think.
And then you look at Charlie right next.
Right, who's the same man. Wait, what? Charlie out there head glistening out there looking like a roll-on with his turtlenecks on, man. Yeah, they both 56 or something like that.
Fresh off the bench, right?
Yeah, Kel. So yeah, there's speculation there as well. But I think Kevin Steele will be back.
I think he's winning the bench off Chuckamalo or Charlie Strong. I probably got Heyday. I probably go Chuck Heyday.
Yeah.
Charlie look like he eat weights, bro.
Yeah, Charlie still look like I don't want to hook with him. I ain't gonna lie.
Like Chuckamalo fucking pause, but his fucking chest, but she was fucking crazy. He was damn bored on the damn bench.
How about they fight? Yeah, let's just have them fight each other, and then we'll set it up. Sponsored by the Roll Up. Them boys, they've been doing celebrity boxing matches anyway. I bet you they both be down for it.
We gotta get that off, dog. That's my bad. I like that shit, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get that thing
We gotta start back covering that in the off season, man. Frank Gore been getting off. We laughed at him the first time.
He bounced back.
Yeah, Frank been getting some bodies out here, fam.
Hey, one thing about Frank, man, Frank is a competitor and a hard worker. So he took it seriously. All right, I got embarrassed a little bit. Let me take it up a notch because I can't go out like that. Yeah, Frank been doing his thing, man.
No pictures, but if I've seen them pictures too, I'll probably.
That was fear.
Yeah,
when you can capture fear in 4K, at just the right moment, that is a wonderful sight to behold. You rarely get to see that, but if Steele were to move off field, it could get interesting because I think that would be an opportunity to bring DVD on field. I know that's absolutely a situation he's in love with. He wants to stay home. I feel like is the case, but at the same time, he has to be a man about his and move in a way that.
Didn't Gabby say he interviewed for the North Carolina job? I think someone said he interviewed for North Carolina.
Oh, for that, I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
I just go to show, man. We said the last show.
How
would that work business. Though? How would that work? What, 2 defensive back coaches and what about the DC? What you guys would?
That's why I'm saying it would get maybe if you move a die to DC or Charlie to DC, because Charlie's co-DC right now. Okay. So maybe you make pair one of them up and then let DVD get back because that when he was with T-Rob. It was defensive backs, him and T-Rob.
T-Rob probably coaches safeties, DVD.
Yeah. With him having a little more focus on the corner. So, I do think, again, beating his dead horse. I think it's important to bring him on field. I think he's earned that opportunity at this point. And I just think it'd be good business. So we'll see. That's the Gaddis thing is a done deal. Goose is cooked. Cake has been baked. Still, I haven't heard anything else with any real anything solid. Just like a lot of what if situations. Oh, lost it. Okay. Outside of that, I guess I'll get into a little bit of other Miami news. We had did y'all want to get anything before I go?
No, we can jump into it unless Earl here, unless y'all got something else. You got something?
No. Jake Garcia ended up at Nebraska. That's it.
No, was it
Mizzou. I'm sorry. Ended up at Mizzou, which is an interesting spot.
Yeah, I was going to get into some of our departures already. He ended up good tampering job by Mizzou. See, that's the thing, fans. Just take it with what you want. I mean, why not tamper pause with a man? To see where you want to go. So yeah, Jake entered the portal quick and was out of the portal quick. Good opportunity for him there at Missouri. I think he'll probably be the starter and he'll get to play some good competition out there. So I think a good move for him all in all. Especially not knowing who the OC is going to be. He's got a pretty secure situation there in Missouri.
Now that quarterback room looks a little funny, man. Because you coming in with three scholarship quarterbacks?
Yeah, you got
and we already know one is a little fragile.
Well, Matoka's technically on scholarship. So you got
so it's four. My bad.
DVD, Jakari, Emory Williams from this class, and Peyton Matoka. So yeah, definitely looking. The room shook up a little bit more there. I don't know where you go as far as right now. You could probably get a decent transfer if there's anything in the portal a little bit later. I would probably like to see just another body added there, but I just don't know if it's going to be value added really, or if you just throwing another guy in there. I think this cycle, though, since you brought that up, I think it's crucial that we have a bounce back at quarterback. As much as I like Emory Williams, I think we could use kind of a splash quarterback, somebody with a little bit more considered higher ceiling at this point. So,
are you guys? I know it's still early in the process, and you probably don't have an OC, but are you guys entertaining any? Because typically with these quarterbacks, they get off the board pretty quickly. So,
yeah, Norland is to my understanding the top guy on the board. Air Norland. Then I mean, you got your, they're gonna try to get in with the Bama commit saying. Because he's going to be around more. He's playing with, I think he's with Raw maybe. He's one of those. He's one of the 7-on-7 teams. So they'll have some access. He'll be around. I know they're looking there. I know Norland's the top target. Van Buren's high on their board as well. So yeah, they're doing their work. They're doing their due diligence and trying to get that quarterback commit. Norland's a guy. I think we've made some good headway with them. Auburn will be a program to keep an eye on there. I think anytime you're coming out of Georgia, that's always a program to look out for, especially with Hugh being hired on, and he's got a good track record with quarterbacks, so you can't knock that at all. Definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that be the landing spot. So yeah, this cycle, I think after losing Rashada. It would be. I think it's kind of paramount to get back to a quarterback of note, and I think it'll help more with even though Mar's done a good job regardless. I think it'll help more with the recruiting as well. Obviously, when you can get you can kind of get your centerpiece of the class. So we'll see how they're able to develop some of those relationships and see if we can get a quarterback in the fold pretty early. I know you got y'all got Cromenhart, right?
Big Luke, baby. Big Luke.
Yeah, Luke locked in, man, until he ain't.
Oh, he locked in, baby. Shout out to Denny, man. Denny came and hung out with us and gave us a little talk about Big Luke, man.
Yeah, for sure though.
Savannah's finest, baby.
We
912.
The city is making me put a lot of respect on their name, and I like it. I love it.
Yeah, we was talking about that last year. About
Gotta
the talent.
get.
You got some guys.
They had to do it. They had to make me make a believe out of me. Okay. As far as movement goes, we got Terry Roberts from Iowa, cornerback. He's grad transfer. So guy come in, he's got a year left, so he's trying to prove something. He's 5'10" guy, not a huge guy, but he's a good short tackler. Like his speed, he's a good coverage guy. I think probably his biggest knock is just in today's game, he's quote unquote undersized. Back when I was coming up, 5'10", 5'11" was that's cornerback size. These are the twitchier guys that move around more. Now,
shout out to Crow.
Yeah, the game's changed where a guy like Crow would be more of an anomaly, more of a one-off. That would be more of a safety. In today's game, guys are looking more for those lankier 6 foot, 6'1", even up to 6'2" type corners.
Just give me a killer, man, like a Santi. Santi's just a killer.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and then there you go, right? That guy just plays good ball.
Just a killer, bro.
Just plays ball. So just seeing some of Robert's film, I actually like him. Most of the talk is him being a rotational guy, but we lost our starting corner. So hey, and he only gets grad transfer. Get in there, work. See if he can secure something. And if he does, I wouldn't honestly be worried. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, just a guy I really do enjoy. I did enjoy his film. Iowa's been doing well in that cornerback position for a while. Will Mallory, who I didn't know we really needed to know this, but he has announced for the NFL draft. I thought that was already foregone, so I do apologize, Will. I didn't mean to jump ahead of the gun, but Will is gone. One old tight end out, one old tight end in. So, good luck to Will. I think Will can be a 5th to 7th round type dude. We'll see if he can make a roster. Good hands. And as far as we got a couple of visitors, I just kind of got word that this isn't going to pan out for us, but Tasheem Johnson.
Oh boy, he got up out of there real quick.
Tasheem Johnson was visiting. He was a starter for Ole Miss. Started 19 games for Ole Miss. He did visit. He's gone already, though, I believe. I think Oregon might be, which is one reason he came. He did come to us. He had a previous relationship. I think Oregon may end up being the landing spot for my man, but he was there to visit. And then this weekend we've got 3-star defensive tackle Jamel Howard out of the Chicago area, 6'3", 320-pound kid, composite 3-star guy, big body kid. His finalist actually isn't too bad. He was committed to Wisconsin up until about mid-November. And then after that, I think some of his interest picked up. Yeah, that, and then some of his interest picked up. So Michigan, Illinois, Ole Miss. So he's got some pretty good interest. He's supposed to be coming this weekend. Definitely, we could use some bodies up front.
Hey, real quick. If you listening, Earl, go back out and come back. And we got a hiccup. He's in the weight room, but we having some type of technical difficulties on the back end. Paul,
got the link, right?
Yeah. He just, if you listening, go out, come back in. We'll have you back on in a little minute, and we'll kick it.
Yeah, that Ole Miss safety, that was like that was about 12 hours, huh? Yeah, I know them vibes.
Hey.
He had some cheeks lined up.
They got up out of there on us, huh?
Nice little break in the weather, man. It's nice down here. Told y'all, man.
Before I go to Oregon, this IG shit that's been DMing me. I'm gonna go down there for a minute, get to the weather if I go to Oregon for the real. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't mad at it. Like I said, our safety spot is locked up, so yeah, I mean,
That's difficult. That's the problem I was having with my running back room.
Yeah, it's like right.
You got solidified starters at those spots, bro. You got to.
Cam and who was the other one?
James Williams.
Okay, he's still. I know y'all was moving him around a little bit.
I mean, they you know, safety them. They drop him in the box a little bit, but they.
Where did the other one go? The D-land safety that Florida was after.
Oh, Avante.
What he ended up going?
Did Avante land yet?
Yeah, he did land. Maryland.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Yeah. So he
had
went
Mike
north.
Loxley out there.
Yeah,
I seen Mike Loxley. They had Mike Loxley. Which football player was Jerry Judy? Put a picture of Mike Loxley. Tweet picture and said, "Man, who is your stylist?" Might look crazy as hell out
there. Let's see. So yeah, he's expected this weekend. You know, another body. We definitely need some bodies at D tackle. Wouldn't project them to be some kind of all-star, superstar kid, but you never know. Never know what you can shape up out there. Huge visit, like I said, and I think it's misleading to call it like a visiting weekend. There's guys around campus, on campus, coach take advantage. The list is entirely too long to go through. It's just damn near anybody who's anybody because they're playing the tournament. Our actual visit, the elite day, will be at the beginning of March. But there were some guys around campus that did take the time to kind of double back. A lot of guys after, playing all day. I think the last game, was at 9:00. These guys got on out of there, man. Like, they booked, they tired. They've been, playing football all day. But a couple did kind of get back and get with some coaches, sit down. Mario Pickett Jr., being a name of note. He's a 4-star edge out of Tampa Wharton, legacy kid. Look he's 6'3", 200, so he's a little on the thin side, but super productive kid. So you can't not like him, and then you get him around the college program, get him on the weights and nutrition. I think he could be somebody special. Edwin Spillman out of Nashville, Tennessee. Right now Tennessee's cooking, so it'd be tough to get him out of there. But he was a guy. He's a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, he was on campus past weekend as well.
He was up there on y'all side. Okay, yeah, he kicked it with us. He was able to kick it a little bit as well. 6'1", 220. So they're making some inroads there. Jordan Johnson Rubel is a guy I mentioned last week. He's actually, he's from IMG. I said at the time, you never know what those guys because he lives in Florida. He's actually a Texas native. He spent 2 days there, Friday and Saturday. So Friday he did with the family. Was able to get in with Coach Cristobal. Pardon me. And sit down in the office, and we're trying to build up some kind of continue a little of that momentum we started at IMG. So want to keep that going. And he's got some obviously former teammates around him as well. Another name, a note, Boo Carter, 4-star athlete out of Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee as well. He's considered athlete. He plays both sides. He plays linebacker and running back. We was talking about that last week. I think we're looking at him more as a running back. So, it depends on, I think, essentially what school see him as and what he sees himself as can make some inroads there. Name to know. Ellis Robinson, the fourth? Yeah, the fourth on campus. We're working him right now, though he is a Georgia lean early on in the process. I think he's supposed to announce fairly early as well. So if that be the case, I think obviously Georgia would be the name right now. And then kid, we want months and months and months away, obviously. Somebody you're going to have to continue to work on. Mazio Bennett out of South Carolina. He's a guy that the staff is really high on, wide receiver. He was another one that, kind of got a little personal attention. The guy that they've been on pretty high on their board over the last few weeks. Josiah Trader, who is obviously the 5-star wide receiver, opposite of Jeremiah Smith. you know, when you kind of hear people talk about these guys, it kind of reminds me a little bit of at least at the collegiate level when you were dealing with Odell and Landry, guys that really can get it done on both sides. So he gets overshadowed a little bit, but you say overshadowed and he's still a 5-star. It's just that Jeremiah is kind of, to me, from some stuff I've seen, he kind of reminds me of Andre Johnson in that man amongst boys type mold right now at the high school level. But Josiah Trade is a guy that they're definitely focusing in on. A lot of the buzz early on is people expect Jeremiah to stick with the Ohio State commitment, but you know, of course, Mario's going to continue to work.
No, he definitely going to keep begging.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's one thing he will do, bro. I will use relentless, bro.
Your coach don't recruit. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, bro. He definitely
not begging, man.
He will call. Oh, it be begging, bro. To a 30
no.
This is part of the job.
The man continue to recruit, man. You're not gonna call my coach no begging, man. Cool ass Mike over there. I just go to the portal. Fuck them kids. I go talk to some grown men who about some business. I ain't mad at that either. I'm not mad at that either.
You gotta let it do what it do, man. Either way, you got it's a talent acquisition business.
The work must be done.
Right.
The work must be done.
This shit out.
I
do want to talk about.
Finish your. I've only got about 3 more names to go over, and then I'll kind of
waiting on Earl Everette to figure out technology. We're trying to figure it out on our back end as well. We'll have that conversation whenever we get in. We got a lot more information to get off, so it's all good. We're gonna figure it out.
Like
and subscribe.
Do all that.
Comment, like, subscribe, super chat if you got questions, man. That's always available, man. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us each and every Wednesday. Gang. Tell your mama, tell your cousin, then we hanging out. It's the roll up.
See,
not a real gang.
No. A militia.
No, not even that. Not even that.
No, militia's okay. I read up on this.
No RICO charges.
You can't bring me up on the RICO if I'm in a militia, but if I'm in a gang,
right,
it's totally different. So yeah, militia. 5-star D lineman Franklin came down to visit us. He's 5-star kid out of Miami. Mississippi. 6'5", 260. I mean, obviously already got the build, so he's one of those guys. You'll see where he's going to end up, inside, outside. You know, we talked about this before. What we call it, the slave belt. Hard to get them kids.
Yes, sir.
Hard to get them kids out of the silk. But hey, do you work? And you got to be impressed that he did come down. You know, he's a lineman, so you know these 7-on-7. That's not really that bad. It's not where they really cook too much. But he did make his way down. You know, obviously the coaches gave kid all that type of attention. Top 247 cornerback Xavier Brown out of Cali. You know, Mario obviously got ties out there. He came down early, did the family deal, got to kick it with coach and whatnot. Definitely says he'll be back. He wants to get back in for a spring visit. So nice work there. And the last name I got is Tavion Galloway. He's a top tight end. Made his way down. I want to say, I thought I had it right here. I lost it. Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's from the Ohio area. He's committed to LSU, but he's been a name that's been on the radar. I've heard his name over the past few months. Good job by the coaches to just get him to come on down, hang out for this weekend. So he did touchdown, came and checked some things out, hung out with Coach Field a good bit. Field's a great recruiter, done a great job in that tight end room. So keep an eye on that situation. Something you gotta like as far as if you're a Canes fan. And that's all I got right now for Coral Gables, man.
We gotta talk about the loafers, man, real quick. I know
the loafs.
I don't want to go too deep into this, man, but I didn't even want to get no more trolls off. I'm exhausted of Kamani McClain, that whole recruitment. So I ain't getting I let y'all off the hook, bro. The Kush was also edible was also beating my ass that night too. So the Kush was too big to troll y'all. But He flips to Colorado. He was kind of telegraphing it after the shenanigans went down.
Mario still calling.
Still calling?
He's still calling.
Begging him.
Still begging, baby. Still begging.
At some point, it is.
Have some pride.
I'm with CJ.
Rest of the staff. God damn, Mar. I'm not doing it no more.
Who you talking to? I ain't talking to nobody. Get you his. Let me see that damn phone.
Right.
I should say K7 or C7, yeah.
CM7.
That seven charm he got. I'm telling you, man, the dimes on that motherfucker was doing the Michael Jackson, boy.
Congratulations, man.
Big congrats, man.
Deion does it again, man.
Gilliam was a little too extra for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
all
crazy.
of it is to me, man.
He poured a little bit too much sauce on it, cuz.
Yeah.
All of it is to me, and that's why I was relieved to be away from the situation, man. Like people think it's cap. You can think whatever it is. I do think the kids are talent. I'm not trying to take anything away from that. You don't get to be ranked, that high without being of some talent.
Right, true.
Yeah, but I just don't care no more. I don't want to be involved with the circus no more, man. And I'm tired of Deion dancing all in the videos. That ain't my vibe, man. That's if you want to go over there, you Puff Daddy, go. I'm more of a Suge Knight guy. Ever since I was a kid, it was death row for me.
I don't know. Mario was shenanigans too. Now he asked for that shoe and he gave it up.
A little smile in the picture.
Yeah.
He ain't doing a whole video set production.
Get him, man, his Air Deacons and shit, man. Like picking it up for the gram. Y'all was wilding out with that shoe pick, man.
The Pastor 12s.
Hey, man.
He's the GOAT, though. Like, the stuff he had coaches do, the things he's done, like, in my mind, the entire time, he was looking for Miami. Like, he knew the entire time he was from. He knew the vibes was. Man, what a cold-blooded killer. I like the kid troll game. He official with it. Because most of the time, everybody else spoke for him. He didn't really say a whole lot of shit. He just did a lot of shit, but didn't say a whole lot. Played it very core to the very end. And you're right, it may not be over because Mario's still begging.
You know what? I actually forgot to say that. I'm glad you brought that up. Kamani is committed to Colorado for now. Who knows, man? Next week it might be Texas, bro. There's no paperwork signed. So
I remember that. Rest in peace. But y'all remember that? I forgot his damn name. Just like that, man. Mike Lee's video that was last fucking week, not this week. It was last fucking week. That's Mario right now, man.
At this point, though,
I thought you said you were gonna call Kamani. That was last fucking week, not this week.
At this point, though, right? Let's say in some wild turn of events, we get them back. Is that a win? At that point, I don't even think I'm gonna call that a win, man. I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
It'll be a win in the grand scheme. It won't be a win for the timeline.
You still recruiting them. Like you still gonna have to keep him on your campus. If it's taking all this to get him there, it's gonna take more than that to keep him there.
Right.
This don't just end, man. I eventually
got
to talk about my
Colorado. Y'all better believe that. Whoever know her in South Florida, she probably already got the Atlas truck pack. She's up out of there. Of course.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna need that anyway.
Yeah, he got to have his mama. That's why I say if you want to know, ask his mom. Don't ask me. Why did he pick?
That's not a strange. That's not like a new thing though. Like a lot of parents are following their kids to different universities. We don't have some parents do that at UF.
Shoot, AJ Duffy parents moved to the Jacksonville area, if I'm not mistaken. I think Blake Nicholson parents are talking about moving to like the Panama City area or something.
I wish I would take my ass to Tallahassee.
No, I ain't going to Tallahassee. No shit.
That's why I said Jacksonville and.
I'll tell you right. I ain't moving to Jacksonville neither. I see you when you get back.
Nah, but you're in Florida. You could commute. But if it's like on the other side, if there's a say the Jacksonville of fucking California and your son playing out there, then you may have to gravitate towards the Jacksonville of fucking California.
I ain't going nowhere. You want to go play at USC? Goodbye. I ain't mad at you, but I'm not moving.
Depends, man. If my son, it would be his decision. If he said he need that support system, he want to go out west, and if we live in and we working from home, remote, that type of shit, yeah, I will hop on a plane and go relocate. I don't think it'd be LA though, because them prices is crazy out there. I'm not finna spend $1 million to be in the trap or those shit like that. No. You know what I'm saying? But
Tell his ass, just like my step-pops told me, you better go to school right here in Georgia. I don't know what to tell you. You go out of state if you want to. Best of luck to you, my boy. You know what I mean? No hate. But you want to put your big boy pants on and go cross country? That's cool. I support it 100%. I'm just not going there. You better FaceTime me. Like I said, unless they got the bag set up for me over there now.
That could be arranged.
Well,
oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, now if they got me squared away. Yeah, they got me squared away real nice. Okay.
No. You gotta negotiate that type of shit. Hey, listen, if you want us to commit, this is the type of situation we're gonna need.
Now show me the neighborhoods around this motherfucker.
Right. This is our plans on him. You doing these 3-4
now
years.
You in this house right here, right? Just picture this, but a little bit more. Then we can talk.
For sure.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like I say, best of luck to Kid on that situation. He didn't do a good job. Everybody knew it was Colorado. When you start giggling about Miami, it was pretty obvious. That's why they don't want him talking. He can't lie for shit. What other schools involved? Miami. Well, you better not ever get caught cheating, boy. Just tell the truth. just tell the truth. Yeah. Like I say, personally, I'm happy to be done. Happy to be done with that situation.
No doubt. And it's gonna be. I think it's done. I think Prime got it locked in. To be real with you.
No.
I think it'll be no more shenanigans. I think he's gonna wrap it on up.
Yeah, they probably in the studio now, man. Cutting songs.
I was on the phone. The phone's still ringing.
Gilly back in the booth.
Gilly
writing bars. And...
Stop calling the damn phone, Mario.
Gilly can't talk. Not with that picture of him floating around.
Is that real?
Yeah, we all hugged up looking crazy. Zooted up on that. It had to been like on X or something. I mean, Gilly a silly dude anyway, so that's kind of part of his thing.
Let me get some. You got some? You want to go, CJ? Where you at with it?
Yeah,
One time for the great folks at State Farm Insurance and my guy Alan Horne, to be exact. Be sure to give him a call at 706-692-2888. He insures homes, auto, trailers, anything you may need to insure, your life. In the states of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee. Again, it's Alan Horne Insurance, which is State Farm. The phone number is 706-692-2888. Call them for a free quote, absolutely free quote. State Farm is a quality insurance, not a budget insurance. Get premium service. It's in the XL Uber to your house to pick you up and shit. That type of vibes.
You ever get that just cause? I do.
For me, no. I'm just switching over to State Farm, so I haven't.
No, I'm talking about the XL Uber.
Oh yeah, because it was a good deal.
Yeah. Sometimes I just want to step out just a little different.
Yeah.
I feel like you got car back of the Honda.
It feels a lot more. Yeah. I don't want you to pick me up in no non-fly shit. So that's definitely. I need you to pick me up in some good shit because I want to feel like I'm getting car service and this is like my assistant or some shit.
Yeah, man. Ain't not like hopping in the back of that XL. They be like, who else comes? Oh, no, it's just me, Pimp.
It's just me.
It's just me. Let's ride.
Need a lot of leg room.
Yeah, man. Stretch out. I do that every once in a while. Matter of fact, I have to stop myself from getting the XL all the time. Like, man, you just too drunk at the bar, man. Get in the Civic and go home.
Sometimes you just got to flex.
Yeah, sometimes.
Where you at with it, CJ?
Yes, sir. So, like I said, FSU, like I said on the last part, FSU had a junior day this past weekend. Just going to go over some of the names that was on campus, and then we'll dig into it a little bit deeper on some other guys. 4-star quarterback Asad Brown, 4-star linebacker Edwin Spielman, like we spoke about, Larry on. 4-star offensive lineman Chauncey Gooden, quarterback commit Luke Crummerhawk, running back commit Cam Davis. A 4-star receiver, TJ Abrams. This was a surprise visit. 5-star tight end, Landon Thomas, UGA commit. 4-star offensive lineman, Jason Zalamala. He's an interesting one as well. He's from Clearwater Academy. He was teammates with Lucas Simmons, the offensive tackle signee from this past cycle. 4-star defensive end, Dylan Stevenson. 4-star defensive back commit CJ Hurd, 3-star athlete, which is being recruited as a DB, Shalil Cummins. And this is 2025 right here. 5-star defensive end Zion Grady, and 5-star tight end. Also, a 5-star athlete Elias Williams, and 4-star tight end Colin Fox. Those are the headliners for that class, or not for the class, excuse me, for the junior day. I want to get into speak a little bit of different prospects a little bit further. Like Landon Thomas, he was a surprise visit for that weekend. Like I said, surprise visitor. Georgia commit. He was a former FSU commit. So what kind of got him, what swayed him to take this visit this weekend? Mike had flew the chopper over to his school and pretty much maintained that he's still the priority for us, even though he decommitted and is committed to Georgia. Said that stood out a lot. Decided to pull up to decide to come on campus for the weekend and just take a look at the junior day and get back in the swing of things. He did say that he wants to come back for the spring and see a practice. He also said that no one else is really involved in his recruitment, and he plans to take an official visit to FSU. So just a little bit backstory on that. Like I said, he's a former FSU commit. Landon Thomas grew up an FSU fan, but the product, within FSU wasn't good at that point in time. We talk about the Willie Taggart years and those first couple of years with Mark Norvell. Decided to open his recruitment back up and committed to Georgia over the summer. But FSU started winning, right? Winning kind of solves a lot of stuff in regards to these kids wanting to, take a deeper look into some things, like, right? So they started winning, and Landon's like, okay, I'm liking how they're using the tight end and Cam and Donald, things like that. I can see myself playing in this offense. And like I said, of course, he grew up an FSU fan, was previously committed to FSU. So that kind of opened the window up again in regards to FSU getting into his recruitment. So that's a good thing. He was also taking pictures with Luke Cromenhawk and Camden Fryer, the quarterback commit and receiver commit for the FSU class. They were taking their recruiting pictures. He was in all white. So people say all white is a good thing. So we'll see how that goes. But I think it'd be interesting with Landon if FSU does what they're supposed to do on the field. I really think it could be. We can make things interesting for UGA. So to be in a battle with them for Landon Thomas is a good thing, whether we win out or not. I really think it's impressive that they kind of got back into. I thought that was pretty much a done deal once he committed. TJ Abrams was another guy that was on campus. Been on FSU campus multiple times. He brought his mom this time, and that kind of sealed the deal for him and her. So he feels at home at FSU. Don't be surprised if this kid commits to FSU pretty soon. I think it could happen within the next couple of days. I know he put out a tweet saying googly eyes January 26th, so that could be a announcement today. But even if it's not, I do think if FSU stays consistent within its recruitment, TJ Abrams will be a part of this class, a 4-star receiver out of the Fort Myers area. Real explosive kid. Watched his film the other day. Runs a 10, 6, and 100. Pretty much can take anything to the house. He's that type of guy that just, give him the ball and give him some space. Special things can happen. So TJ Abrams is a name to watch out for, Knoll Nation. 4-star defensive end Dylan Stevenson, like I say, was another guy that was on campus for junior day. Has been on campus multiple times. He's a well-spoken kid. Had a really good interview. I feel like FSU is a really good spot for him. Moving forward, over the summer, he'll probably take another visit over the summer. I think FSU is doing a really good job of just building upon the great relationship they already have. So just keep chipping away at it. And I think Dylan will probably be within this class at some point. A really good defensive end, top 100 player out of Miami Columbus. For this upcoming weekend, Ricardo Jones, 4-star safety, supposed to be visiting FSU, top 75 overall player, 6'3", 200 pounds. So we'll see how that goes. Him being on weekend, him being on campus this weekend. And speaking of safeties, the number one safety in the country and the number 2 overall player, regardless of position, KJ Bolden, he was down in Miami for it was a 7-on-7 down in Miami, and 247. I want to say Zach caught up with him and got a quote from him, pretty much saying that FSU is his dream school. His dad is from Florida. He mentioned Deion Sanders, Jalen Rams. You know how I go when kids start talking about DBs and certain players, this, that, and another. Some of the guys that he said he looks up to, and he did say he plans to visit pretty soon, and he expects to use his official visits over the summer. So KJ Bolden is a name to watch out for. I know Georgia is really heavily involved in this recruitment. If I had to pick a team, I'd probably say Georgia right now. Recently put out a top 15 with FSU included. Ohio State is going to be a threat as well. But this is a guy like I'm gonna be frank with you. I was told during the season that again, like I said, winning kind of cures a lot of stuff, and he reached out to the FSU, reached out to someone within the FSU ranks to holler at the FSU staff to hey, tell FSU to recruit me. Reach out to them. I'm interested in FSU. Like what they're doing on the field. Tell them to holler at me and shit. Word from word, Adam Fuller was like, shit, say less, and it was over, and it was a wrap from there. So they being involved in his recruitment, like the kid say, he's been a fan early on in his life, but these last couple of years, FSU's been losing, so to see them winning again, got a lot of good traction. But watch out for KJ Bolden. I think FSU is a real player in his recruitment, and like I said, I was told about this kid possibly wanting to check out FSU back in October, early November.
Time to get the band back together, man. Let's go. When is birthday?
Who birthday?
KJ Bolden, man. It's time to get the band back together, man.
I have no idea.
Call Randy up, bro. They know.
Oh, I see what you said.
Time to get the band back together, baby.
Oh, no, we done with that, bro.
No more songs.
Old tapes. That's what you do when you're 5 to 7. That's what you do when you're 5 to 7. We 10-3 now, man. We ain't gotta do that shit.
I feel you.
10-3 now. Yeah, we ain't gotta do that shit.
KJ he was around our campus too for the battle thing. But like I said, we don't have no traction there. Yeah, we don't have no traction there at all. But he was down there.
Yeah, it was a lot of players. That was a pretty big event down there. I mean, it's good that y'all was able to capitalize on that. But again, KJ, I think FSU could be a player if they continue to chip away at things and win on the field in the fall. We'll see how it plays out. I do think he wants to commit. He still want to use all his visits over the summer, so I do think he wants to be the type of student that commits probably right before his senior season and just focus on the senior season itself after committing. That's all I got. Cam McDonald, I know he's talking about Will Mallory and what he's been doing, probably like going 5th or 7th round. I think he was at the Hulu Bowl or something like that, and he had a really good outing down there. Really good outing. Cam impressed a lot of scouts down there. So Cam's name is kind of buzzing among draft ranks. I could probably see him within that 5th or 7th round rank. And also Pokey Wilson, he had a really good outing down there as well. So shout out to Pokey and Cam.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Pokey, my guy, man. He made a lot of big plays for us. A lot.
Yeah. He made a play against us.
Big
love the Pokey, man. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We got slaughtered, so.
That's what I'm saying. They said that was the game winning touchdown. And the first time
the game. That's fair. Y'all could have beat us 7-3.
Yeah. They say shout out to Pokey for scoring the game winning touchdown.
Go with Pokey. I ain't thank you. I'm not doing none of that. That was a good one. Right. 7-3, we get cooked.
Right. 7-3. Oh, what Earl looking like?
Working on it, man. I'm texting him right now, trying to get him in on the phone with Taylor to figure it all out. But we having some issues with the link or something. Just sending him to a dark room. Let me start my Florida Gator stuff, and we'll figure it out as we go, man. Technology beat our ass every week. A lot of transfers this week. I'll do my. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to do Rashada talk beforehand? He's been released from his letter of intent.
Oh yeah,
that was big news this week. He filed for it, I think, around the last time we were on the show, and it was granted by the University of Florida. There's been a lot of articles, a lot of different screenshots of different websites have been just hitting Twitter. Overall opinions. What do you guys think?
New day. And this has been something that we've obviously been heavily involved with ever since as college football fans and fans of these programs, that, the NIL situations and how they're going to play out. Unfortunate for the fans of UF. And, I kind of stand on what I said before. I think unfortunate for Jaden himself. I think he was looking forward to being the quarterback at UF. But, Pop say the money ain't right, the business not right, like it's supposed to be. So we got to pull anchor and, seek other opportunities. I'll kind of double back too, though. I don't know, right? The number that's been thrown out, and of course, this is all speculative. I don't think we have a piece of paper we can look at. Was 13 million or whatever, right? Over the course of if he fulfilled 4 years is how I believe that was supposed to play out. I just don't know what changes now that he's back in the in the free market. I don't think Miami's a spot for him to swing back to. I don't think that's happening, even though we've done well in the NIL market. I don't know if it's soured because now you're hearing them associated with what TCU, I think,
or ASU,
SMU in Arizona State is what I heard.
Yeah, okay, yeah, two other schools. So now it's like, well, wow, this is a totally different ball game now, right? We were looking at Miami, ACC program.
At the same time, though, man, the spots are going as far as quarterbacks, though, man.
That's true as well. But I mean, he's a 5-star kid too, though. So
I mean,
people still looking for quarterbacks in the portal, let alone like it's still a need for
right.
I would quarterbacks.
No, but and his brothers be like with them. That's true too. Yeah.
So I wonder, again, what some of the workings is. Is it? And this man, I wish we could just, and we'll get a chance. We'll get a chance one day. One day, maybe 8 years down the road, we'll be talking to Jaden Rashad or his father or something, and we can get to the bones of all of this. But I am curious to see what his options really are and why that would only be these type of schools. Because like Sil just said, everybody looking for quarterback. This is a 5-star recruit. We got room. There's definitely room. Every program, his brother went to Ole Miss. There was, was talks of Ole Miss earlier. I haven't heard anything about that either.
No, Ole Miss just got like 6 quarterbacks or some crazy, man.
Yeah, they got 2 quarterbacks out of the portal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Portal King. That's right. That's what he called himself. Somebody got to tell Lane you can't be nicknaming yourself, man.
Somebody got to tell Lane a lot of shit.
I mean, Shaq nicknamed himself a lot of times, so.
And it's corny. Shaq's my dude, but that's the one thing I hate that he does.
Man,
it stuck until you start Big Aristotle. It started getting weird around.
Yeah, that's when it got nasty.
Before that, it was
Shaq. This was cool.
It was time to shut it down. Then
let us do it, man. We'll get that.
Nobody calling you Big Cactus, bro.
Big Cactus, but nobody called you that either. Nobody ever walked in and said Shaqness.
Diesel was the tough one though, but Diesel was
Diesel. But did he get that to himself?
Shaq Diesel, I think so.
Maybe, but anyways, so this is the new free agent market that we're in. I'm super interested to see where Jaden Rashad lands, man. And again, I hope he's happy with the situation ultimately. I think it's a weird situation to go from looking at a Miami program that looks to be trying to turn things around, invested in the program. Same thing for Florida's done a lot to try to get their program back to prominence. You're looking at obviously the SEC is considered the best conference. The ACC wouldn't be, but we're still P5, and probably you're gonna put us in that other that tier behind the big 10. So we're probably third, and then now we're looking at. I don't know. Depends on how somebody. I mean, we had a lot of ranked teams last year. It depends. We got to see how consistency builds. But whatever I'm saying, it seems like a weird transition now to be looking at the schools that he's looking at now. SMU, Arizona State, and then TCU was the last school that I've heard associated with them. So
here's what was like. Just seeing all the facts of everything, like when everything was canceled. Like this is weird to me. So the contract was canceled on December 7th. Signing day was actually 14 days later, right? So there's no deal. If your lawyers are telling you that there's no deal, whoever your representation is, you're the Rashad family, they're telling you on that day the deal is terminated. Everybody involved is kind of frantic behind the scenes trying to figure out, okay, what's next? 2 weeks transpire. There's still no new deal. From what I know, kind of how it all went down. I can't get into no details, man, but I kind of know how things went down. But there's no deal for 2 weeks. You signed a letter of intent. There was a holdup that day, but you signed a letter of intent. Why would you, if you're standing on business, right? Because that was my interpretation from Go. Like you guys stand on business, but if you stand on business, the deal was terminated. Why you signed another contract if there's no business in order?
That was very weird. I didn't understand that.
It was made like Florida switched and bait him. Like he got there and they pulled the deal off the table. No, the deal was pulled off the table. two weeks for whatever reason. There's a lot of different speculation on the reason where the money came from, all those type of funds, the number being agreed upon, all that is whatever. But whatever
deal was already gone.
it was off the table at the 7th. So after that, like you're pretty much moving on. Hey, we're gonna sign, and there was still more money offered after that. They could have still negotiated and made something happen. That was still a crazy amount in my mind, but it didn't happen. Two sides, I think things got public too quick, and the two sides couldn't make things happen. But from just like a father standpoint, the letter of intent being signed 2 weeks later, you sign. Letter of intent being signed, and after that, it's pretty much a public thing of, hey, where's the money? Bro, we told you on the 7th there was no money on the way.
Yeah, at least not that number. So that's what I'm saying. So where now? So you go to SMU and get what?
I think ASU is a good. I don't think he's gonna get nowhere close to that. I think ASU is a good spot for him to develop on the Kenny out there. Dillingham, I think is a good spot. You know what I'm saying? He can flourish in that offense. It's still on the West Coast, but I don't think anybody he talking to now, he gonna be looking at the numbers he was talking about with. And I think that number got inflated because of egos with Miami and University of Florida. That's the only reason the number got that crazy. Other than that, nobody else is gonna play those type of games. So like, I don't even know if there's a lawsuit possible. You know what I'm saying? It's too many people, too many hands in the pot here. Like people were saying, oh, they may sue. I don't think they can sue. It's just too much, as we can see, pay for play negotiation stuff type shit going on. That if you go to a court, a lot of people are gonna be getting, sanctioned, and his eligibility as a freshman year would be up for questioning if it was to go to court. So I don't even think it goes to court. They'd be sued for. So overall, I don't know what the gain is. I think he could have found some middle ground, but I don't see the game. I'm with you. I don't see the game.
That's why I come at where's the end game? Because if we're not going to do it at this number, if nobody else is going to give me that number, then let's work it out with Florida. Like, I mean, that's to me, and that's why I wish I could talk to the kid. Where do you want to go? You can damn near go wherever you want to go. All right, so the new business in order is, it ain't like Miami swung back around and said, oh, we got 13 mil. Let's just sign the paperwork and let's get it going. I want the kid to be able to play where he wants to play. You can get developed in a lot of good places. I think Rhett Lashley, could be a great spot for him too. At SMU. TCU just came off a great run. I don't know if they'll repeat anything like that anytime soon. And you saw how that ended in a bloodbath. But yeah, that's where I understand the business, but part of me is just like, kind of just wanting these young men to be able to make those decisions. And we spoke on it here before. The loan money is the NFL. If he goes out there and he's a talent, period, more money comes in anyways. That's just what's going to happen. De'Aaron King got all kinds of deals, and when did De'Aaron come in? This guy comes in late. He did some good things for us and got crazy deals everywhere. I don't know how much they were each worth, but I know he racked up a lot of them. And a lot of it was from performance that he did go out there and put on. We gave him hell at times, don't get me wrong, as a fan base, but the guy did go out there and do several good things and won some football games. And therein lies deals with XYZ. So to get so locked in to these front end deals, to me, I kind of like, in a sense, that it did fall apart, because I think the president is like, listen, man, we could call it ain't pay for play, it's pay for play. You're gonna have to do a little something. I can't just be going out guaranteeing these huge dollar bills to a kid who hasn't played a snap of college football yet. Right. It's just not good business.
Don't make sense.
It makes zero sense.
We talk about sustainability. That is just not a sustainable model for the boosters, and like the people that are like calling these boosters out, dog. Like these writers. Shout out to everybody that do their thing, do content. I like it all, but like think about this. You're like telling these boosters, well, if you want to see your football team be good, pay these kids millions of dollars. Like, bro, I'm not Jerry Jones, fam. Like, if I was Jerry Jones, I'm getting a profit back from this, and that's something different. But, bro, the rules and regulations, to me, just us looking at boosters, like, throw millions of dollars at these kids with no real, like, the real change and the real growth is that the players unionizing, getting some form of union, get some real, organization rights, benefits, and some type of structure to protect them as well. You know, when they could get into situations like Rashada just got into, there's some type of, just like the NFL has, the player association. College football need the same thing. The players gonna have to get some national benefits, you know, to protect themselves. 3 years getting vetted, the same type of stuff that goes on in the league. You get those type of life benefits. And that's where the real change at. Not challenging boosters to go spend their millions of dollars on a kid that's going to be in the portal in 3 months, bro. That's just crazy to me.
And I always think that's funny. Like, you gonna tell this man, you done made all his money, how you got to spend his money. You don't tell me how to spend my money, bro. If I choose to, I can, but don't you can't tell me that. And then you think about it, right? Let's say the Rashada deal or anybody's deal. Let's say it's structured.
$13 million is insane.
That's insane. Let's call it $8 million. Let's call it 8. Let's chop 5 off. That's still crazy. Because if you sign a 4-year deal with me, and I'm this business proprietor, whoever I am, I'm this booster, and you sign a 4-year deal with me worth $2 million, you may stink. I gotta pay you $2 million a year, and you know you're not going nowhere because you get $2 million. Why would you leave?
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. There's no way that's good business. It just doesn't make sense. I would never, if I'm one of these boosters, you're not getting no 4-year deal from me. No, absolutely not. There's nothing on paper. We're gonna do this. We can go year by year. We can look at this situation. And this is the thing too. You build good relationships, and we're gonna continue to do good business. Even if you catch an injury or whatever, that's fine. That's my man's. We do good business. He's still a good spokesperson. He's still a good face of my company. Makes sense. But just the potential thereof, you may be one day, risky business in a business where there are way more busts than boom. That's just what it is.
Right.
And like you say, these people ain't get rich just being like, oh, let's just roll the dice on every little risky penny stock out there. And nah.
We accused Texas A&M of spending a shit ton of money last cycle, and that whole class fell apart, and everybody feasted off whatever they pulled in last year, right? Just one crazy season. So that's the risk when you spend a lot of money on just high school kids. And the Texas money is different. Like, if boosters want to do it, I'm with it. But I'm also not gonna tell rich people how to spend their money, bro, because I know damn well I would. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hang out in the Rashada cesspool too long. We got a few transfers on campus this week. Let me speak on the quarterback position. We do need to get a quarterback in the portal. I said this last show. We need a guy with 4 years of eligibility. I think there's gonna be some quarterback battles that shake themselves out at Bama, other places. All them quarterbacks that Ole Miss brought in, that room's gonna shake itself out. Guys gonna enter the portal. Lane Kiffin's a sly fox. He moved the way he moved because he's just a sly guy. Like Jackson Dart already used his 1 year where he can't transfer again, right? So he could bring in guys to challenge and compete with Jackson Dart, because where's Jackson Dart gonna go? He's gonna have to sit out a year. He already done burnt his one free one. So he knew, like, I could bring in he brought in Sean Spencer and my guy Howard in from the portal, because he know, like, and then that room has sorted itself out. It's gonna be more quarterback availability. I prefer a guy with 4 years somewhere. We got to make up for missing out on the quarterback this cycle. The transfers we brought in a linebacker from Houston, Manny Nunnery, appeared in 22 games over the last 4 seasons, has 2 years of eligibility. I think he got 34 tackles last year. No, I'm sorry, 46 tackles last year. Was the best linebacker, or graded the highest on Houston's team at, I think, at 82, a PFF grade in coverage. A guy that could play safety in high school, has a lot of sideline to sideline speed. Also was a national player of the year in special teams, blocked a lot of kicks. I think a good get. I don't know what to expect as far as like depth chart wise, but we got some guys that's gonna compete at the position between him, Taraji Mitchell, Spurlock came over from Michigan, and then Manny Nunnery. You got 3 guys that you're adding to a room that's already. We got some good young boys. Man, Shamar James at linebacker, Scooby Williams, and also Derek Wingo in that room. So room's deep enough to compete for spring. I think once it's sorted out, we'll be able to get a decent depth chart, man. Down the middle, we definitely improved throughout the portal. Our running back was going to be tough. I mentioned it earlier in the show, having Trevor Etienne and my man Montrell Johnson, damn near both of them with damn near 1,000-yard runners. It was going to be tough bringing a third back in there, but we got Cameron Carroll to come over from Tulane, a guy that was injured most of the past season. He sat out with some type of injury. I think it was a shoulder or back. The season prior to that, he had 741 yards, 12 touchdowns on about 22 carries. I think it was a good get, man. A guy with 1 year. Billy wants to have 3 backs in the offense, so it's going to be some carry there. He's going to get some production. The reason we didn't run a whole lot of 3 backs is because of the production and some off the field stuff with my man Naquan Wright. So his production went down a little bit, but Billy want to run 3 backs, and also just health wise, he's 1 injury away from being RB2 at the University of Florida. Man, 6-year guy with 1 year to go. Me personally, like, cause I seen some tweets go out from some notable Florida tweeters saying that this kid had to be lied to for him to come to University of Florida, because why would he come? Like, 6 years guys are looking for like starting spots, not to come to a place and be RB3. Bro, if I went to Tulane, I already been in school 6 years, I got a degree. Like, whatever my draft stock is, I'm a running back. Like, how high am I gonna possibly go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I go get me a graduate University of Florida degree, play on a bigger stage, add some different type of shit to my legacy. That's like you playing in the SEC. You get to tell your grandkids and everybody else you play in the SEC. So it's a hell of an opportunity. And if you look at his film, he's a kid that got top end speeds, a lot of big runs, 65 yarders, 45 yarders on a lot of his tape out there at Tulane. Decent get, great for RB3. Not mad at it. That way the freshman, Trey Young Webb could be RB4 and take time to develop a little bit. And if he jump him on the depth chart, Billy with the shits. As you can see, Trevor Etienne jumped a lot of people when he got on campus. So if Trey Young Webb is living up to the bill and he could do some things, he'll jump guys. Keontae Goodwin, another guy in the trenches, offensive line, which was a much needed get, especially after my man Cam Waits tore his Achilles this week. That was announced. That recovery is usually 6 to 9 months, so he's going to be out most of the spring and off season, which was very necessary, I think, for Cam Waits. I like his ceiling and what he could be, but he needs a lot of developing. He hasn't been playing football a very long time. This offseason was going to be key to him. I don't have him penciled in as a starter, but he's definitely a part of the 2 deep. But bringing Keontae Goodwin in over from Kentucky, former 5-star. He's played 1 year at Kentucky, played in every game, special teams, trenches, didn't play any regular snaps on offensive line, but was in the trenches on every special teams. He's been struggling with his weight out there in Kentucky, but I feel good with our nutritional program. We've dealt with this before with Jawan Taylor, who's a first-round draft pick, was a 3-star. A lot of people didn't want to recruit him because he was just a guy that just couldn't stay out of the kitchen. Our nutritional program is pretty good at University of Florida. Outside of the Jamaican bacon that they were saying that they were feeding the kids under Dan Mullen, we usually run a nice outfit of nutrition at the University of Florida. So
the hell is Jamaican bacon?
Turkey bacon.
Oh yeah, never.
I eat vegan bacon, so I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah, I know you don't eat bacon at all. Yeah, but right. You've had it. You've had both.
Yeah, and turkey bacon is terrible.
Terrible. It looked like them bacon strips.
Yeah, I know he has some weight concerns with Goodwin. I was also hearing about some work ethic concerns because I was concerned about FSU had.
Yeah, usually if you gain weight,
yeah, can't fake focus. You've been in the gym.
That's the thing. I know Louisville was messing with him too, and I don't know what transpired there because everybody thought it was going to be Louisville out of the jump. I know the official visited there, and then he's from there.
This is hometown.
Yeah. And I know it's like why FSU isn't because that the unofficial recruitment we were kind of in it a little bit, but they were saying like I heard the same thing in regards to weight concerns and also possibly like you say weight concerns and work ethic translations. So we'll see how that plays out.
He's currently right. Yeah, no, he's already in like better shape. There's some videos out there. He got with a trainer. He's been working out this entire time. So he's working on that whole nutritional part of things. We had the same thing.
I think the upside could be good though.
Upside is crazy. Like super athletic. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say upside wise, it could be definitely good because he was a kid I wanted FSU to kind of steal last year the recruiting cycle. Big frame, really good feet from high school recruiting videos. If he could continue on the right track to get his weight down and then work hard, and that could be a gem.
Yeah, no doubt. Huge body. Like I said, a much need. a guy with a very high ceiling, 5-star abilities. Like for a guy his size, he moves very well when he's in shape. Ethan White was another guy that we had come in and deal with some weight issues, and he was able to trim down and get right, and then go out and take his 6-packs to USC, to the beach out there and whatnot. But I like to get, man.
Both of them boys.
Yeah, Michael Tarquin, both out there. Yeah. Overall, I think I kind of I didn't say that, but yeah, I did say that, but I didn't announce Ethan White transferring to USC. I kind of said that in a couple shows before. I expected him to follow Tarquin out there. They both out there, but I think we upgraded our room, man. I don't think neither one of those guys was slouches, but what we brought into the trenches was very good. The size is a big size upgrade. A lot of potential. I think we're gonna road grade some shit. Offensive line is still the strength of our team. We're gonna be able to run the ball, and we'll just see how it all shake out. But so far, the additions we made, bro, I think we're bowl eligible with the talent we brought in, and then we still got another portal to get some talent in here and upgrade some things. Like I said, especially at the quarterback position, I still want to see a receiver come in and play outside. We had man, Pretty Ricky Pearsall came back and declared as a slot guy, so we're solidified. And I do like Caleb Douglas as a young guy outside, but wouldn't mind brings a lot of talent in the portal too, still at receiver, and it's more going to enter the portal. I wouldn't mind getting us a wide receiver one late, like we got Ricky Pearsall last year to come in and be a compliment to him. And then the young boys, if they could play, as you can see, Billy's gonna move them up the depth chart. All them boys is on campus. Feeling real good about what I'm hearing about Andy Jean and Andy Mazzell. Guys have very good work ethic, top end speed. They move like pros. I expect them guys to get some good early burn, but my man Graham Mertz, who I got penciled in as a starter right now, he's gonna need some weapons. And that's just the bottom line. He got some running backs. He got an offensive line. Give him something to dumb it down a little bit and let playmakers make plays on the outside.
Larry, what's the word on that USC receiver that visited Miami like a couple weeks ago?
Gary Bryant.
I don't expect us to land him. He went to
well, he said, yeah, ain't a receiver coach here. What the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah, right.
I'm not a lot of fans.
No, I didn't think about that until you said that. But I think he just did an Arizona visit. So I don't know, man. It's probably going to
be trying on the same receivers as last year.
Well, I mean, outside of the freshmen, there was some promise there. I think it's a little exaggeration. I would like to see. Okay, put it this way, right? Kobe Young was a guy that emerged, and I thought showed some good explosion outside as an outside receiver, some good 50-50 ability. I like that kid. We just want another one. So we need some of that. Gary Bryant's not a huge guy either, though. That's the thing. Like we got like a kind of a joke going on in one of the Miami chats about all the wide receivers being 5'10". And I was like, yeah, same thing for my 49ers. And we in the Final Four. Like, it's not necessarily all about size. It's about explosion. It's about your ability to, you
need size when the field shortened. You need size.
And then you may but then you can supplement some of that with some tight ends. You get you some bigger tight ends to supplement like a Kittle. So
receiver, I'm gonna be real with you. Like receiver position is probably like I got that up there as far as like in what college football is today, how explosive it is. Having like explosive wide receivers on the outside, I think is like very important.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's what all three of our programs, like Florida State, started coming on towards the end of the season. You start seeing their outside guys make plays. That shit started looking different when you got explosive big guys on the outside, man. That's just what college football is these days, bro. You need speed and size outside, or your offense ain't going offense right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, if this is creative player, yeah, I'm figure 6'4". If he's 6'4" and can run a 4.4, hell yeah, I want him over the 5'11" guy that could do the same thing. Because that leaping ability, and that ability to just throw up the 50-50s, you want to get it absolutely. But yeah, like even that's what I'm saying. It's funny though, because if you're looking at Gary Bryant, it's not a huge guy either. So we'll see how that plays out. I won't say I got him like penciled in anywhere yet. I just wouldn't say I expect him per se to circle back to us. Haven't heard a lot.
I heard a lot of fans. They said, "Oh, it's a done deal."
Oh, really?
Signed, sealed, and
Gary
back
Bryant?
then. Yeah, back then.
Oh man, I don't know why they said that.
You know
Perhaps the Kush was big. I
Very
don't,
big.
I don't know why they would have said that because
He was
we've been
rushed.
having problems with wide receiver. Really, and that's the other knock on Gaddis was he's the wide receiver guy, and wide receiver recruiting has in some eyes suffered under him. We brought in two other explosive smaller guys, like with Ray Joseph and a Bobby Washington. Really, really great explosive athletes. I think I love what they could do once you get them in some space and let them get loose. But yeah, everybody wants. Yeah, give me a Randy Moss. Hell yeah, I'll let you damn skip y'all want one. Johnny Wilson, y'all got. Was he 6'6"? Of course, you want a big guy like that you can
legit 6'7". I ain't gonna lie to you.
6'7". Okay, that's what I thought. I try to short him Paul's 1 inch. But yeah, of course you want that. But Gary Bryant wouldn't be that answer is what I'm hitting at essentially. You would have wanted like a Hakeem. That would have been a big get for us in this cycle to get a bigger.
Mario know. Mario definitely know that.
Man, he was he don't want my coach to recruit, man. He don't want my coach to recruit, man.
He just don't take no for an answer. I respect it. I do respect it.
Just block him then, man. Quit embarrassing.
Yeah, you got to block him.
You kids be on the phone. Look at him. Look. Hell on my line.
You're a better man than me, bro.
That's crazy. Hey, I ain't doing it.
I'm straight, dog.
I do want to touch on one thing I said about the KJ Bolden. I just want to go ahead and put that out there. The person that kind of got on the forefront of that was like James Coleman. He was able to get in. They was able to get in contact with each other, and he was like, "Hey, man, I know I love FSU. This, that, another. FSU was recruiting him. Don't get it twisted. He was number one safety in the country, whatever. But it wasn't it was still the 2023 cycle, so they weren't really. They were on 24, but not too hard. But once they said, "Hey, Fuller, this shit is legit," all right, say less. We're gonna take it from there and crank it up a little bit. So yeah, James Coleman was pretty much first on that in regards to KJ Bolden being interested.
Shout out to James, man.
No doubt. It is offer season, man. I can go out with all the offers. I'll go over some. Some notable offers that went out. Joseph Phillips out of Tuskegee, Alabama. I think he's going to play a jack position. I think that's how we view him in our defense. Recently visited Alabama. Didn't get an offer from them, but has gotten an offer from Auburn and Tennessee. Just a guy that's I think he's not ranked by a lot of the services right now, but I think he's going to skyrocket a little bit. Has some real good film if you want to check out some film and see a good edge rusher and a guy that stand up and get busy. We'll see where we at with this. I think that's a notable offer. Jarvis Boatwright Jr., a 4-star defensive back out of Clearwater, dropped the top 5, which included us. Florida State, South Carolina, Tennessee, and UCF are other programs that he's considering, that made his top 5, rather. Sean Spencer and Patrick Toney are the guys that's leading his recruitment. I like where we at with it. He did visit us back for the Kentucky game this past year. That game didn't go how we wanted it to, but the environment was fire. That matters a lot. Some more offers real quick.
I caught that straight.
What's up?
I said I caught that straight.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Apparently, the atmosphere didn't matter to them boys, man.
NIL
money outweighs that shit a little bit. Sometimes, like, yeah, I go play for that money.
In the schedule, in the stadium for that bread.
Yeah.
I would too. Y'all kiss my
for the right amount of bread.
Oh, nobody's here. My account is here.
I mean, at least you can try to sell them. You should get Florida State maybe one time in your career.
Yeah, man.
Maybe twice if you stay off 4.
We got Florida season after.
That's right, y'all got to roll. Do y'all have Florida and us?
Yeah.
That might be
pretty good.
No, I'm talking about home wise. You said what do y'all? Is that Florida like a home and home?
Yeah, it is a home and home. Yeah, okay. That is a home and home.
I know in 2 years we go back to down south for those. So that's why I was asking. Do Florida come as well?
I'd have to look at the actual schedule. But go ahead.
Tighten that shit up, man. 4-star offensive tackle Jordan Seaton received the offer. We haven't sent out a whole lot of offers. The offers are sprinkling now. It is offer season. I think I spoke about Travaris Banks, 4-star defensive back. Justin Scott, 4-star defensive lineman. Mario Carver, who's a 4-star athlete. Bradley Shaw, 3-star linebacker. Jamari Flagg, 3-star defensive lineman. Overall board, I just want to see how it all shakes out. You know, I got to look at a lot of film and see how I feel about a lot of kids as well. But it's going to be an interesting year. I don't think the defensive back room in the state of Florida isn't as deep as it was last year. It's some guys, but it's not as plentiful. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things shake out. How you feeling about Gaskins, CJ?
I'm sorry, who was that, bro? My bad.
Gaskins?
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. I was reading the text. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Gaskins. Who the hell is Gaskins?
Yeah, what's his last name? I probably knew.
Fred Gaskins. Fred Gaskins.
CJ feels no kind of way. Oh, you ain't hearing this. Yeah,
now you said what now?
Fred Gaskins. How you feel about Fred Gaskins?
The kid from Vanguard, Ocala.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid is a player. Yeah, he definitely a player. We're in a good position for him. I'm not sure how good, though. I think we're, as far as like to say we lead or anything like that, but I think the recruitment is going pretty well. Yeah, I think Fred is a good player, though, a real nice player. You know, Ocala is usually Gator territory anyway, so I definitely be a little weary, but we're in a good position.
We'll see where we're at with.
Yeah, Fred a player. I like him a lot. He was just on campus. I want to say last week's junior day. If I'm not mistaken.
Earl had to get back to it, man. He coaching over there. I mean, let's try to do a pop up if y'all boys down for like Thursday or Friday, with him, just a quick little interview and keep
we do that.
Kind of
just to get the interview out.
Yeah, just get the interview out and get those vibes off. Get the people another show. Cause I know some people was anticipating it, but we had some technical issues. We'll work it all out. Appreciate y'all patience. Like and subscribe. Hit the comments, beef in the comments, ask us questions, participate, engage with your boy, hang out a little bit.
And just real quick, we at Florida in 24, and we at home for Florida State. So,
oh yeah, the motherfuckers they knew how to do that.
Yeah, it's a rough schedule, bro. We got Clemson on the road. It's a little rough there. Go ahead, though.
And the ACC
and Notre Dame on the road.
Don't y'all come up here with that ratchet shit, Larry.
Oh man,
act like y'all got some home training.
Ignorant, boy. The parking lot is going to be a party.
I like y'all got some nonsense.
But yeah, that
Ripples.
We'll show y'all how to tailgate.
They're on the divisions too.
You finna show them Miami boys how to tailgate. Them boys.
We definitely finna show y'all how to tailgate. Y'all got the worst tailgate scenery I ever been to in my life.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
I'm saying they just do it totally different. I done seen the videos. The boy literally has strippers out there.
No, shout out to that. I mean, that may be just different, but
not really
I'm gonna show you tailgate culture from like just being around that stadium and how flooded and crazy it is right there. We're gonna show y'all how it's supposed to look when you got a campus on campus type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
So
Cam Pringle, a guy that we was after in the trenches, 4-star offensive tackle. Out of Dorchester, South Carolina, committed to South Carolina.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, he was a name we had. I mentioned actually, I think last week as well.
Right.
You know, Mario ain't gonna give it up either. Him and Billy probably meet each other at the front door. Pause. Yeah, definitely.
Already. I think that's all I got, man. Shout out to Rand Carathon, got the general manager job at Tennessee, which is huge, not just for, Florida and all that, but as a black man having that job is just, very dope, man. I had an opportunity to interview him on Stadium Miguel a couple years ago. Real dope guy, real positive dude. So congrats to Rand Carathon, man.
Yeah, that's salute, man. Real big time. I saw the interview. He was talking about like 10 or so after his playing days. He told his wife or whatnot, that's I want to be a GM. That's my dream, and things like that. And the wife was saying, you might need to give that dream up. He just joking with him.
Right.
X amount of years later, it came through, man. So shout out to that. That's real big. I like this. I like seeing stuff like that.
That's what it do.
Shit, super dope, man.
What about the gamblers out there, man? Got something for the people?
One time for the great folks at mvpsports.ag. Use coupon code ROLLUP for a 100% match on every single deposit, every single time. How y'all boys feeling about the NFL playoffs before we finna get up out of here? But
I already know how I feel.
I think this is gonna be the game of. I think this is the NFC Championship probably gonna be the Super Bowl in my opinion. I really do think that. I'm just real. I want to see that defense versus. The offense. To be quite honest, I don't see how Jalen Hurts, been like Larry said. We talked pre-show MVP, this, that, another, probably the best player in the league this season. How he just operates. I just want to see how, because D'Amico Ryan, man, he's a different fucking animal, man. The shit he schemes up, man, it's beautiful to watch. So it's going to be interesting to see both teams play. And also, the Eagles has a physical and good defense as well, and the 49ers has a pretty good and physical offense. I do want to see. The Ricky's been on the Ricky has been home all these games. He's going on the road now. So this is going to be, and we know Philly is going to be Ruckus environment. That's just going to be, amped to the fullest. So I do want to see how he translates from, being at home those couple playoff games, to being on the road for the NFC Championship. So that's going to be the biggest test for me. How he, responds within that atmosphere.
Yeah, what CJ said, but we win. I do agree. No, I think it's going to be a test of will. You're right. He's been a rookie, but he's an older guy too. Very composed. And one thing that and he makes plays. Don't get me wrong. It was funny. I first said that our offense has sustained, and then I looked, and we've actually done better under him. We've been more productive under him. So. And Purdy was a good quarterback at the collegiate level at Iowa State. So,
it's crazy because his brother Chubb was at Florida State at that point in time. So nice athletic film. His dad played. I don't think you noticed, but his dad played baseball at the University of Miami.
That I didn't know.
Yep.
That I did not know. But all cap aside, I really think it's going to be a tight game in Philly. I think we are going to be able to pull it off. I don't know. I mean, I can't discredit either side of Cincy or Kansas City. I don't like Kansas City because of Pat's ankle, but Pat just seems to be a magician. He might cook something up still, man. And I'm shaky with Cincy with their O-line, but the O-line played much better than I anticipated against a Buffalo.
And that's something, man. Buffalo they some frauds, man. Like this is
they was definitely missing Von Miller too, which I just didn't think they should have needed at that point. Because since he's real banged up up front.
And Joe Burrow, what do y'all think about Joe Burrow? Yeah, he came.
Joe nice. He nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I can't.
Joe been balling, but it's just they didn't even respond or your shit was just flat from the Bills. You see your boy Stephon Diggs was pissed, and rightfully so. It just wasn't no energy. It was, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it seemed like they got smacked, and that was it. And it was like, wait, y'all know y'all the favorites, right? Like, get out here and do your thing.
Like, respond. Like, they ain't, football is a game of momentum, adversity, some highs and lows. They never really bounced back from the low, and it was just there the entire game.
There's some good young dynamic quarterbacks in the NFL, bro.
Absolutely.
It's impressive to watch, man. Cause it was some years where you had like, the top tier guys, and then it would be
but it wasn't no guys following them. Correct.
Right. Now it's a lot of guys.
There was a lot of questions. Was like, well, after Brady, after Peyton, Phillip Rivers, Roethlisberger, like who gonna be next? Like, but those young guys stepped in, and we see the future for sure.
And then hell, look at us. You talking Purdy, right? Everybody's on the Purdy mobile now. But you still got Trey Lance
too. Yeah.
So who's to say how that shakes out? Let me ask you real quick before we
look at the quarterback position though. Like, look at it though, the way it looks, like how athletic these guys are, like how they play position.
Different. It's different.
It looks different.
I mean, one of the strengths of Brock's game is his ability.
For a long time. That's what it feels like. But go ahead.
one of his strengths is his ability to extend plays, get out of the pocket, and just enough mobility to make those kind of plays. Real quick before we leave, though, CJ, as a Ravens fan, how you feeling about Lamar, man? I'm hearing Atlanta smoke. I know they got the money.
I'd be more so worried about the Dolphins.
I'm about to say, well, that boy might want to come to the crib.
Yeah, I'd be more so worried about the Dolphins. Bro.
Though. That's where I would think Miami would get in trouble.
Yeah, they
got the money.
Yeah, I don't think they got the capital.
They're called NIL deal.
Life wallet.
Yeah, life wallet. But $50 million Lamar Jackson deal on paper. But the rest of that shit being covered by life wallet.
My life wallet. Taking some Brady deals. You know what I'm saying?
Taking the Brady deal.
Yeah. Get that
life wallet will be Lamar's Giselle.
Yeah.
I see. That's where y'all gonna see life wallet take off, baby.
Right. But no, seriously though, man. I don't know.
You think he's coming back? If you had to.
I think this next year he come back because they not going for it. They go tag him. He gonna get paid a shitload of money. But that following year is, that's when it get murky. But I think you just got to pay him. And I think firing Greg Roman, or removing Greg Roman, however you want to put it, he's not being OC anymore. I think that was a great step in the right direction. Who their next OC is, and then giving Lamar whatever fucking contract he want. That should be the priority. Simple as that. OC, pay Lamar whatever. Or you got to get receivers. You got to get some receivers, bro. You got to get some. He's too damn. You're gonna waste it. He's too fucking talented, man. Like Lamar is that damn good, and we see this man led us to a 14-2 record with a damn tight end being his leading fucking receiver, man. Like, and we got a damn good tight end. Don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that way. So if we give him a receiver, focus on receiver in the draft, only fucking receiver, we should be good. Now I don't know. You could get one of these free agents. I think D-Hawk will probably be out of Arizona, so you never know, man. But get you a decent vet.
Y'all offered a man like 130 mil or something.
He turned that down. Yeah,
130 million.
Yeah, they tried him. That's crazy.
Ain't enough money.
Disrespectful, man.
Yeah, get out of here. No wonder. His mama, his agent. His mama know that.
Yeah. Mama know best. Well, definitely.
Yeah. My mama ain't gonna let me sign that. We heard what Mahomes got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to be in that ballpark.
Got
to be. Yeah, you got to top it.
You already know how it goes. Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes. The next man up.
Ring always,
Next
man
up
is the ring in the room.
Yeah.
That's the one advantage. That's why I say it got to be in the ballpark. Anyway.
But nah, man, if they fuck up with Lamar, man, I don't.
Man, that boy come to Miami, boy, South Florida gonna be on fire, boy. I'm talking.
Yeah,
I was about to fire like when
Big Kodak.
Big Kodak vibes, man. But he's just a South Florida boy. Just gonna and how good he is, and that team's already like got some talent on it. But what I about to say?
The Eagles
got Kush Big. Oh yeah, like the Heat vibes. Yeah, when them guys, it won't be to that level, but I think the city, things will be vibing. To be very Hollywood down there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't want to see it.
You see him pull a LeBron, man.
Stay your ass in Baltimore, man. Come on, Ravens. Do the right thing.
Stay tuned.
Now I don't want to see nobody in Miami happy as for a sport fan, so I want him to stay in Baltimore. I'm just saying what it'll be like.
Well, that's a consistent take from you, so you ain't switch on the people.
Nah.
All right, well, hey,
let's get up out of here.
Let's get on.
Any shout outs?
Y'all for kicking it, man. Shout out Logan, man. Logan's like he's like our man in the chair, silent homie in the background, man. But he always come through and drop gems. And somebody asked me where I got my sneakers from yesterday, so I was like, let me shout out Logan, bro.
Already.
Yeah, I had a pair. It's 3 Stripe Life over here, baby. Had on some 3 Stripers, courtesy of the homie Logan, man. So shout out to Logan.
I wanted to ask him what they doing with the spare Yeezys they had around there, but I didn't want to be, what I'm saying?
That
guy. I know y'all can't sell them shits, man. Send your boy about 4 or 5 pair of them things, man.
Vintage.
You know what I'm saying? What else y'all gonna do with them?
Right. Just hoard them like Cookman, right? Just hoard them in storage.
Right now.
Right. But shout out to the students at Bethune Cookman, man. Y'all voices will be heard, man. There's power in the people, there's power in the students. That university goes by you, but goes by how you go, man. So how you guys move, that's how university moves. So shout out to you guys. And you guys got a lot of power. Your voice can be heard, man. Don't think it can't be. Keep using your platform and trying to do right by the school.
Yo. Shout out to my man Sean out there on the West Coast, man. Sent me some Cali's finest, bro. And I've been fighting it the whole show. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man sent me some sativa gummies, and the sativa was working a little too good, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to calm it down a little bit, man. But he sent me some moon rocks, a lot of fire infused kush, man. I appreciate it, bro. Big love.
No doubt. All right. Tell her take us up out of